Hello to everyone who is listening to episode number 4 of a Once on Earth podcast series. My name is Ming-Hang, and I am so glad to be the one who is in charge of the content delivered to you today. And of course, once again, I'd like to thank you for following Once on Earth and supporting what we do. So, before going into any of this, let me ask you this question. In your opinion, how is the key to success defined? Well, some people think that to succeed, it is all about gaining knowledge, having experience, having effort and constant trying. But honestly, it's kind of rare these days for anyone to admit that good health is the ultimate key to victory. And yes, I must admit too that health is man's most precious blessing. Because more than status, more than money, and more than fame, health is the primary factor that can help us reach our dreams and goals. And of course, here in What's on Earth, we really cared about healthy living, and we've always wanted to share the most useful knowledge of this to you. Because we believe that it is good for anyone to spend around 5 to 10 minutes a day learning more about our bodies and just the world around you. So just put aside all the frustrations and worries of the day and relax and listen with us. In this podcast, we will learn about how countries around the world think and what their secrets are to maintain a healthy lifestyle. Let's just begin by understanding the concept of healthy living. Basically, since ancient times, the people of the Orient have had a relatively comprehensive definition of human health, and they viewed it not only as the physical strength but also as spiritual comfort. The definition of health is regulated by airflow. It means that the human respiratory system works because of the absorption of air into the body. Basically, if the body absorbs clean air, it will remain healthy and active, whereas when there's a polluted atmosphere, then it will cause illnesses and diseases. However, according to the ancient Indian philosophy, the universe consists of 5 basic elements, which are earth, water, fire, air, and the superpower of the sky. And those elements make up the human body. But of course, nowadays we know with technology that the human body, life is based not only on those 5 components, but also on the presence of the 5 senses, the spirit and the soul. And how does that play out in different parts of the world? Well, let's begin with a fun fact. While the world's average life expectancy is around 71 years, people in some countries have exceptionally high records. According to the 2017 World Happiness Report ranking, the BBC had listed 5 most long-living countries, which are Japan, Spain, Switzerland, Singapore, and South Korea. And do you notice the surprising thing here? It is that there are 3 Asian countries among the 5 top countries in the rank. So, are you curious about what are the secrets to living so long? Let's find out. Let's talk about Japan. With an average life expectancy of 83 years, Japan is one of the most long-living countries on the planet. And here's why. According to the National Fisheries Department of Japan, each Japanese consumed about 55.7 kilograms of seafood in 2015, while Americans ate only about 24.2 kilograms a year. This fact is understandable because Japan is among the 6 countries with the highest rate of seafood consumption in the world. Those who eat fish generally live longer because they reduce their odds of dying from cardiovascular disease by 36%. Because fresh fish contains a lot of omega-3 and fatty acids, which helps regulate blood pressure, reduce the risk of stroke, heart disease, and enhance the brain function, therefore preventing age-related disease such as Alzheimer's. A fun fact is that Japan's southern island, Okinawa, also known as the land of immortality, is considered the world's research center on longevity when it has more than 400 residents over 100 years old. Another fun fact about Japan is that the teas consumed in Japan are all green teas. Green teas is not only delicious but also very good for everyone's health. Studies have shown that there's a link between drinking green tea and reducing the risk of cardiovascular disease or cancer, and it also is known to be helping with people to think better. In Singapore, it is more known for having a first-class medical care system equipped with extremely modern facilities. Ever since the 1980s, Singapore has been experiencing rapid population aging. Therefore, medical services and healthcare programs in this country were invested early on. This is the reason why Singaporeans live healthier lives than ever before, with an average life expectancy of 83.1 years. Singapore's culture and urban amenities help people to live longer. For example, gyms and parks are available everywhere, allowing people to exercise and maintain fitness. Living in Singapore and still wanting to maintain bad habits is actually not so easy. Cigarettes and alcohol are heavily taxed in this country. One will have to spend a lot of money to continue negative habits in Singapore, or let's just say it's easier to just quit. A refined diet and a healthy living environment are the secrets to living a long life for Singaporeans. A typical Singaporean meal consists mainly of white rice, vegetables, and fruits, which are really healthy. And for Korea, there are many potentials because Korea is likely to become the first ever country with an average life expectancy of 90 years. And there are many reasons that can contribute to this fact. Diet is considered one of the determining factors for the health and longevity of Koreans. They tend to eat a lot of fermented foods, which are believed to be low in cholesterol, boosting the immune system and preventing cancer. Korean dishes are generally rich in fiber and nutrients. People living in the land of kimchi rarely eat fast food. On average, each Korean consumes only about 7 pounds of meat, equivalent to 3 kilograms, while in US it is 30 kilograms per month. Instead, they prepare rice even at breakfast. The menu usually includes low-fat foods such as tofu, noodles, fish, kimchi, and vegetables. Sports activities are encouraged and have become a habit of the people here in this most developed country in Asia. It is not difficult to see Koreans cycling around the river or jogging in the park every morning. Keeping culture and traditional values in the country also enhances the quality of life of Koreans. They also live in the spirit of Buddhism, which prioritizes a culture of mutual love over individualism. So after telling you about the 3 Asian countries, you are probably wondering, what do the Western people do to stay healthy and live a long life? Well, let's begin with their concept of healthy living. Basically, since ancient times, the Western citizens have considered human health as a complex combination of many factors. Humanism is the theory of the structure and functioning of the human body, developed by ancient Greek and Roman physicians and philosophers. This theory was significantly developed in both theory and practice thanks to the work of Hippocrates, and he was regarded as the father of medicine. He separated medicine from the influence of religion and theocracy. And according to this theory, the human body is made of 4 basic substances called humor. The 4 fluids are blood, black bile, yellow bile, and mucus. And the balance of these 4 substances is the key to good health. And sickness are the result of an excess or deficiency of at least one of these 4 substances. And also, according to him, illness and good health are the consequences of material changes in the body, not the manifestation of the will of God, ghosts, or supernatural forces. And let's just say that although us Asians are always proud of our top positions on the healthy living rankings, many countries in the world are not too far behind, such as Switzerland, Italy, Spain, and France. That is because they also have secrets to healthy living and to become the top countries with the healthiest living standards in the world. And here's the difference from Asian countries. In Europe, the government and health organizations use a common evaluation system for calculating the numbers or trends regarding people's age and quality of life, and they use that to be able to make appropriate decisions and improvements. From there, they can improve the quality of life and further achieve success, such as higher positions in the chart. It is quite interesting that the women have a life expectancy of around 62 years, which is almost the same as that for men, 61.3 years. But since women live up to 6 years longer than men, that 6 years turn out to be the time of living in a state of incompetence or poor health. So what are the main differences between Europe's secrets to maintaining a healthy lifestyle and ours? The answer is there's not much of a difference. They still practice physical exercises, like a healthy diet, and avoid fast food in particular. Europeans have, for example, always value drinking enough water because water accounts for 60% of the human body and is an important source of our life. And for Europeans, there are just general tips that they use to stay healthy and live a long life. For example, they walk. Most Europeans walk to get around during the day instead of using private or public transportation, and it has become a very popular habit. It is not very difficult to see people here walking everywhere, going to work, going to a cafe, walking the dog, or just going for a walk on the street. Secondly, they eat a very healthy diet. There are very few fast food restaurants in Europe countries or cities or towns. If there is one, there are likely very few customers. Unlike in the US, fast food restaurants are literally everywhere, and they are always advertised in big TV commercials. Here in Europe, they prefer eating 3 meals a day, and they very limit snacking between the meals. Another thing that they do is they rest properly. Europeans are known to have many days off a year, unlike the 14 to 21 days, which is allowed in the US. So you can find people going on their own holiday quite a lot here in Europe. And here's a final fun fact. When it comes to alcohol, everyone tends to be very mindful while consuming because they think that alcohol is not good for people's health, right? But for Europeans, especially women, alcohol is rather something good. They use it during meals, which is a smart trick because they will drink a glass of wine right after eating to enhance the flavor of the food they just ate. Many women actually eat less and drink wine as a way to lose weight because consuming the right amount of alcohol each day actually helps with weight regulation. So wine kind of wraps up today's podcast episode, and I'd like to end my talk here. I hope that what I have just shared with you can be useful to you, and that you are now inspired to live a healthier life. Thank you so much for spending your time listening to me for the past few minutes. If you enjoy my podcast, don't forget to like the What's on Earth Facebook page and subscribe to our YouTube channel to check out other podcast episodes that we have done. And look forward to the content that is coming very soon. And lastly, if you're listening to this podcast during the day, I hope that you are having a very good day. And if you're listening at night, I wish you a good night's sleep and beautiful dreams. Remember to go to bed early. Goodbye and see you again soon. Bye!